And damn, this shit fire. Every other we go. You see the same old. That's that shit, man. Shout out to Tupac.
I know, right?
You
He
know
had
what I
his
mean?
anniversary recently.
Yeah, the anniversary of his death, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's September 13th, man. I hope I made Pop proud. Welcome to Trapping Ain't Dead, another day, another dollar. Peak game. It's your boy Munch. I'm actually really fucking eating right now. Like my boy Dope Chef. Got Janéy Tate here with me from High Low News. What's up?
Let me get this chew out. Hey y'all, I miss y'all. I miss you Munch. Well, not really. I've been seeing your ass all.
Yeah, you know.
But miss this.
Yeah, dog. You know, we ain't get a chance to, you know, pop in and do this podcast in like what, about a week?
2 weeks.
2 weeks, damn. Yeah. And shout out to our core followers, all of our three or four core followers.
Core listeners, thank you.
You know, core listeners. We fuck with y'all.
We appreciate it. We saw the post. Anthony Malcolm and Reggie. Saw Kanasha hit me in the DM. She was listening to it
Kanasha
on her
hit
way.
me too.
I think she was leaving town for Irma.
You ain't got to lean so much. You do.
Oh, you can hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I just feel like I feel like you can't hear me. But but yeah, thank you to all the followers. We appreciate it. We see the post and it definitely keeps us motivated to keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah, cause like this whole process, like it's people that I ain't think I got the app so I can see who listen and who don't. And you know, that's what I've been trying to tell you, that I can see what area listen. Like a lot of people in Hollywood listen to us.
Oh, for real?
You know, a lot of people up in like Norland area, Pines, down this way like North Miami. There's not a lot of people like from like the city, but that's not to say that city folk ain't hearing what's going on. They ain't seeing what we doing. Mm-hmm. And yeah, man, you know, those guys. It's like a good. I want to say like 5 or 6 people who every episode they own it.
I love it. Hey, I'm looking for that to multiply when you like 500,000 or 600,000 people listening
you know what I'm
to
saying?
us.
Yeah, you know, you gotta start somewhere, man. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta bust that shit down. You know what I'm saying? Brick by brick. You know, nothing but nicks and dimes, and you know, you slow grind. You feel me? So
no, but real shit to me, if anybody is listening, like if it was just one person, like you know you want growth, but to me I'm like, if somebody listening to what we saying, that means we doing something right. Like they want to hear what we saying. So to me that's just a good sign to keep moving. That means we got to market. Mm-hmm. We got to put it out there so people know what we doing.
And the same demo we was going after, like, is the same demo that's pretty much listening. It's more like, from what I've seen, it's been like 20, 25 to like 34. Mm-hmm. You know, we still got to work on the 16 to 25 kind of like demo, but you know, 20, like people our age is like actually engaged and listening, you know, and that's what we trying to do with Trapping Ain't Dead. Is like, yo, dog, it's no different between, you know, neither one of us. We grew up in the same environment, most of us, you know what I'm saying? We just was in different parts. And if we can realize, like, all us trying to take risk and prosper in some way or another, you know, it's just all a part of the hustle. So
I like that. Take risks and prosper. You
said
that?
Yeah, trap.
Trap.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Take risks and prosper. You made that up?
Yeah. No, I ain't make that part up, but I did make trap nigga up, the acronym for trap nigga, right?
What's that?
So I took Pac, you know, never ignorant, getting goals accomplished, right? And then I had trap. So I was like, the real always prosper. Never ignorant, getting goals accomplished successfully. So it's like I just be sitting back high as fuck, think about shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, yeah, we got a few T-shirts, you know, coming out. A lot of things gonna come out soon, you know. But you know, it ain't, you know, this time, you know, Hurricane Irma was a bitch. You feel me?
A puss ass hoe.
Yeah.
Fuck her.
Hey, nah, she was a bad bitch though.
She was a bad bitch in the sense like I gotta respect her, but it's still fuck you on sight, Irma. Still fuck you on sight, Irma.
Yeah, but she wanted them that she wanted them. She like the thoroughbred on the block that you put on the block, dog. Like if you know how a nigga like that was Mother Nature's bottom bitch. You feel me?
Perfect way to describe it.
Cause she sucked the fucking beach dry. You feel me? She made niggas who said climate change wasn't shit. Nah, bruh.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Watch this.
Watch this, nigga. I'ma show you. I'ma show your ass. You know what I'm
Hell
saying? She stood in the paint for Mother Nature. She letting everybody know climate change is real. You know what I mean?
Man, Irma still got people fucked up. You know, my heart out to everybody. You know, Sunday has been a whole week since Irma hit Miami-Dade County and Broward County and all of, you know, Florida, and people still ain't got power. I couldn't imagine. I was out this bitch for 2 days about to kill somebody.
Man, I already know, dog. Like, for me, it was like I was only out for a day, and my thing was, man, what they call it, what they say, an idle mind, something about
devil's playground.
It's the devil's playground. And me, I'm the type, I can't sit down for 2 hours, let alone y'all had me inside for a full day. Mind you, during the hurricane, I was literally outside. Like, I'm literally like sitting there, like I seen the tree branch fall right like above my crib, and we like on the power line in the middle of the hurricane, and like it was like, man, ain't nothing.
I saw you white peopling.
Yeah, we was white peopling. You know what I mean? That's what, you know. But it was just like, man, ain't nothing but some wind out here. This ain't no you know, no rain coming with it or nothing like that. So we can muscle this. You feel me?
But that wind fucking, you see my apartment complex, trees down every fucking while.
Yeah, boy. That's what I'm saying. Like the wind, like people underestimate the strength of wind. You feel me? Like people underestimate gravity too, cause you can't see it. But man, I got some pictures. Like I had my camera in front, like while I was outside, white people, and that's what they do. You gotta have the camera, and I can show. And it's gonna show like
white people mode.
Yeah, I was in full. I mean, I was in that bitch like on the ground trying to get the right angle and shit. Like
I saw your live. I said, the nigga go inside the house. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Man, everybody was scared, but not me. And I was like, boy, y'all can't. That's just me. You can't keep me inside for too long. I get jittery. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bruh. I when I was in Jackson Mental Health, bruh, they had me in that shit 23 hours with 24-hour lockdown. Couldn't go out for like a whole week. They had me in the building, so I don't like sitting down nowhere for like more than 2 hours, because I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna get trapped.
Yeah.
And trapping ain't dead.
I know, right? I was just about to say it, but these damn wings.
These damn wings. Shout out to my boy Brandon, dope chef. He up there on 119th and 22nd Avenue. Most, you know, weekdays, I think the only day he might take off is a Monday, because he'll be open all the way during the week. But if you come to him like in the afternoon time, he's always there on 119th to 22nd. He also, so let's just talk about what we got today. So, I hadn't tried, I've been to, you know, when he was, up there on 95th Street, in 22nd, I would come by and buy, and this is a childhood friend of mine, by the way, that I grew up with.
These wings good as fuck, y'all.
And he started out with the conch, you feel me? The conch salad, and we was rocking with the conch salad. And then as he got bigger, as he starting to expand now, he's doing wings. So I was like, I ain't, you know, getting no wings, you know what I'm saying? And I like to support black business at all costs. So and I know, you know, I know where that money was going. Mind you, that's my sister's you know, boo thing. So, you know, and my nephew's father. So, you know, you like how I changed the narrative on that, huh?
Yeah, you ain't say baby daddy.
Yeah, I ain't with it. Cause, you know, we don't play that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not one of them enforcer ass people, but I let everybody know that ever rock with my sisters or anybody, like, look, bro, just take care of the kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care about nothing else. Yeah. Just take care of the kids, so I don't have to. You feel me? I ain't even had none yet. You feel me? Yeah. like damn, dog. You know.
What they call you, Uncle Munchy Poo?
Nah. It'd be like Uncle J. Uncle J.
You know, I forget your name start with a J.
Yeah. My name James Munch in the second. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you're gonna let me say it.
It don't matter, shit. My shit all on Facebook. I be talking cash shit.
You see how I snuck in that Munchy Poo?
Yeah, you snuck that shit in real quick. I let it slide though, cause I said, you know what? It's for the show. I'm gonna let this shit slide for the show. She don't say this shit outside of this, just to let it be known. Sometimes she'll slip it up in there, but no. So you know me, I'm one of the people, man. My name Munch. I like to go out and eat. Me and my girl, we always, you know, go out and eat. The other day, you know, I've been doing all this work, so my girl, she was like, I ain't seen you. When I'm gonna get to see you? You been out here with everybody,
I know. Take
feeding
care
everybody. So I was like, oh shit. So that's why I was on Facebook and Instagram like, baby claiming her time. Fuck the bullshit.
I saw that. I was cracking up.
So we went to Sakai Kitchen. It's I think it's like Korean cuisine. And I always go to Sakai Kitchen and get the duck sandwich. That what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's real like quack quack duck.
Yeah, it's like real quack quack duck. It's real. It's really good though. It's really good.
I'm real funny. I'll try anything, but I don't really be getting like I never had goat.
Oh, I ain't never had no goat. I always felt bad though, cause like deep down, deeply rooted. Like I swear to God, I'm cold cut Yank. Like I'm not mixed with nothing, but I know that because of my last name is Scottish. That means my great people, grandma got fucked by a Scottish slave owner. She got raped. My bad. Let's make that shit clear.
She didn't enjoy it.
She did not. She didn't want that shit. She got raped. You know what I mean? And I'm a little light skinned, so I know what happened. And speak truth to power. Don't act like you don't know it. But at the same time, I used to always wonder why I was so cool with Jamaicans. And when I actually looked up the name, shout out to Umi, because Umi was the one. He did the ancestry shit.
Oh, for real?
And then he sent me a screenshot of some shit like talking about my last name because we had just had a conversation about it. And when we did that, he said, and that's when I found out like that name actually comes from like Scotland and the Scottish. And so yeah, from there, and then I found out that particular name, because of those particular people, they're Jamaican, like they're like most of the Scottish settled in Caribbean islands.
Oh, okay.
And like Jamaica and like all these areas around Jamaica, you know what I'm saying?
So
like,
you may have some Caribbean influence in you.
Yeah, I know I do. I just feel like I might have been, my peoples might have been Maroons though. You know what I'm saying? From Jamaica and not the Neg Mawan from Haiti. You know what I mean? Yeah. 1804. So, but because Jamaicans got free first. The British, they got free from British rule and all that first. So,
Before Haiti?
Before, because the Zoes, like, basically all them riled up at the same. Like Bookman, he was originally, he's Jamaican. You feel me? But he's a part of Haitian culture and history because they already had got free before the Haitians. Because slavery ended in Europe before it ended, you know what I'm saying, for everybody else. Yeah. And the French wanted to keep that shit going on.
Did you hear that?
Huh?
That me dropping the plate?
Nah, I ain't hear all that, man. I told you, man. Look, this shit candid as fuck. Trapping ain't dead.
We gotta do all our podcasts like this, y'all. Any I'm gonna just put it out there. Any restaurants, caterers, food prep, your mama kitchen, anybody want to give us some food so we can review it, eat it while we here? Because these wings from what is it?
Dope Chef.
Dope Chef, you are dope as fuck. What type of? I know we got lemon pepper wings. What's this different type of wings?
Hot wings, like a hot barbecue. One is barbecue, one is hot, and one is lemon pepper.
And then the conch salad was so good. You see, I drank this shit like.
Yeah, my dog drank this shit. I wasn't gonna say shit because I wasn't trying to put my dog out there. Hey, shout out my dog Chaotic, man. My dog was Shindig. Hey, she was booling on the conch salad, boy.
And we got
booling. Boola.
But yeah, and we got the mystery punch too.
Yeah,
it's good, Munch. I'm glad you brought this for me because I haven't eaten. I'm in here. Oh, and I gotta tell y'all, because me and Munch, we usually do this at my place. So it's Sunday. I'm cleaning up, getting ready for the week. Me and Munch have reached a new level in our friendship because he is one of the few people outside of family and the men, exes. Of course, they get to see this side of me. Some of them.
Hey,
but for real boyfriends, they've seen it. But he's seen me. I got girls, y'all know when you getting your hair braided for your sew-in. So half of it's braided, half of it's not. It's braids sticking everywhere. I come to the door. Munch ain't gonna admit it, but he looked at me like, where's Janéy? I don't think he's ever seen me without weave. His face was like, oh, okay.
That's and Keishi said, I don't think he's ever seen me without weave. So y'all know I don't be with the hotep fuck shit. I'm just letting that shit be known. I know y'all want me to stop cursing. I may, but this
fuck that. We gonna fucking curse anyway.
I speak truth to power. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's been good, dog. Last few weeks been straight. Last week. It's been a lot of growing for me at least. You know what I mean? And you know, I don't know what to call it, kind of so to speak, but it's just been a lot of growth on my end as far as like professionally, personally, you know, the ups and the downs, you know what I'm saying? Like how to control certain things this last week, like in the midst of so much going on, you know, and then realizing that, you know, everybody that you think is against you ain't really against you. You know what I mean? And we had this mentality a lot of times, you know what I mean, that keeps us trapped.
Did Irma bring this out, like, because of the storm? Like,
I think it was more because of the storm, and it was the fact that I had an interview before the storm actually happened.
A media interview, like a
no, I had an interview for a fellowship, right? Another fellowship, and I was trying to get Radical Partners, the Radical Partners Social Entrepreneurship Boot Camp. And I got a few other things on the table, you know, and I really do this stuff for the community. That's why, you know, this whole week you haven't seen me post anything on like All Like Minds Media. You ain't seen it. If it went to my personal page, it went to my personal page. And like before, I literally had this interview before the hurricane, like the Tuesday before, and I was so down on myself before because I couldn't articulate to these people why I do what I do. You know, why these people, why you got a recommendation, why people said, hey, we needed to hear what you got. I can't tell you this. I can't tell you, you know, when I post because I don't do it. I just see it as people need help, and I got knowledge, and I know a little bit more than the next man. You feel me? So it's my thing to put you up on game, but at the same time help you. You know? Excuse me. So it ain't. I don't never see it as, okay, you some high and mighty ass nigga, you doing XYZ. It's like, nah, bro. Like you could be doing the same thing. And that's why it's just, you know, I guess it go back to when you was like, Munch, you gotta get out of this humble shit, you know. And I just don't never want people to. A lot of people can mistake, you know, my what I say for being arrogant, and I don't never want people to think like I'm arrogant because I'm like far from it. So it'd be rough. It's like trying to find that balance.
But at the end of the day, I feel like this: if you don't promote you, if you don't stand out there for you, ain't nobody else gonna do it. So you sitting back trying to be humble and be in the background, no. And then I feel like this: you do a lot of work, and you're the main person doing a lot of the work, and nobody knows it. And I'm like, self-promote a little bit, like
but
like, no, I did that.
And
ain't nothing wrong with that.
It's when I come out, like for instance, when I come out and I say I did that, that already bothers me because I feel like it should be a we did that.
Well, and I'm not saying like I get that too because I don't like to say I did something. Well, I mean.
And even even though it's
I'll say I did it, but I'll say, you know, thank you to everybody who helped me, or I came up with this idea. Like, I don't know, I don't think nothing wrong with self-promotion. I don't want you to, because I like, and me and you don't have this conversation plenty of times off the record. It's a lot of people who got this platform, who got platforms and space, and I love them too. But I feel like you a voice for the community. And what's going on, ear to the street, raw,
exactly.
And you should be one of those revolving talking heads on all the media outlets as well. Like you say real shit. People need to hear what you say.
Yeah, and you know, and that's why I reached out and I did the most selfless things. And I think people understood where I was coming from. If I called out Gene Monestein, I just know he's the Miami-Dade Board of County Commissioner chair. He my commissioner. I think because I voted for him time and time again, that I got the total right to say what I need to say. Yeah. You know, the same thing, you know, with Audrey Edmondson. You know, I work in her district. I know exactly where her office at. You know, where her the Caleb Center, and you know where I work at. I ain't trying to put it out there because I think the mayor gonna try to get me fired soon. But you know, I ain't worried about it.
Yeah, we got,
because trapping ain't dead.
I know we got receipts and we got we got a platform.
But yeah, so it's
don't worry about
it. ain't really worried about
jobs.
But at the same time, it's like, you know, I think of it as if I lose my job, that's taking away time away from the kids. You know what I mean? If I lose my job, I done lost it all. You know what I mean? I done been on rock bottom. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like rock bottom, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like your mind fucked up 2 weeks out of Jackson Mental Health. You gotta. It was like getting in an accident and you was in a coma for 2 weeks and you gotta come out and you gotta literally rebuild yourself back up from like square one.
You saying Jackson mental health? You were in mental health
facility? I was in the mental health facility 2011. It was a lot. It was a culmination of a lot of things. I talked about this at the Peace in the Hood open forum about, because it's one of them taboo topics. Nobody want to talk about mental health. And you know, we all get down. We all have our times in it. You know, as black men, we don't never want to show the vulnerability. We just like, fuck it, bro. We gotta get out here and get it. And I think that the main thing that makes me different from probably the next man or woman is that I'm not afraid at any given time to be like, nah, bro. Like, you know, every day I had to kind of like detox a lot and like shrug a lot of this shit off me, because I wouldn't have been able to get out here the next day, you know, because it was just so much to take in. I think I shed tears every day this week.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just seeing little shit, like trying to hold it in, you know what I mean? And it becomes too much, and you gotta you know, take care of yourself.
I get it. It was overwhelming. I think I shed some tears too. I think that first day I volunteered, and it just hit me like, man, like people like to see it, because it's one thing for us to not have power, and especially just, you know, talk about Hurricane Irma. What happened in the Keys is devastating, but what they don't understand, like if you low income and you're a poor person, and we're disproportionately black, the people who are low income or poor, if you don't got the money, if you had the money before Irma, and then after Irma you ain't got no power, all your food's going bad. You ain't working because it ain't no power. The kids ain't in school, so if you do,
they running crazy like a motherfucker. Sit there and watch them, it's so hot as hell.
You got a whole week of no work, and to see people coming out to get hot meals and cold drinks, and you know, I'm sitting here in my apartment. I was only out of power for 2 days. But even still, if I wanted to go get a hotel, I could have, you know? If I wanted to go buy some food, I could have. Like, and I just...
But you 305 till you die.
Yeah.
Standing that paint, nigga.
Oh, no. Trust me, if I had a way up out this bitch, I would have been gone. I ain't too proud to say I would have left y'all in Irma's path. But I'm just saying
I would have snatched your ass back over here. Like, come on, dog. Fuck wrong with you?
It just showed that, you know, it's people in real situations, and we got to stop giving people fishes and teaching them how to fish. Because Carolyn Guinness gave a notice to Hot 105 and Jill Tracy. You know, shout out to, you know, the mentor and OG in this audio media game. She read a statement from her, and she was saying, you know, we like the turkey giveaways and the book bag giveaways, but we need to get real about, you know, hurricane preparation. She was like, why not give out solar power fans and battery power, you know, lamps, and making sure we have a fund and a reserve for people who are less fortunate, so that they're not asked out when things like this happen, because climate change is real. This shit just gonna keep happening. So this ain't a once in a lifetime thing. This is gonna happen more. Like, you already got Maria out there.
Yeah, Maria are Jose and Maria, right? So my thing is, you know, the Mexicans coming for Trump ass, but
I know he put that shit out there.
He put that shit in the universe. That shit done came back to his ass, you know. But at the end of the day, like the way I see it, I think we got to start, and I've been saying this all week, man. It is the task of all the leaders, or you know, and I've been saying that I'm a concerned
leaders, conscious people, bitches.
Yeah, I'm a concerned and engaged resident, nothing more, nothing less, and that's just how I see myself.
And you a leader too.
But it's just like when it comes to this, we got to start being proactive. You know, it takes for us like bruh, like y'all realize, like in order for the county, like we could have been preferred vendors, and Shawty Lane Black on Liberty City Trust, because she was ahead of this 2 years ago, and she tried to get people on board, and we been telling people about this type of shit. And you know, trying to get people, you know, vendors, trying to make sure what shelters would be, what shelters in the urban community, how we would distribute the food, the ice, everything, and shit like that. So we've been trying, you know what I'm saying, to you know, be ahead of this thing, you know, in the black community, because so many times they say, oh, we dropped the ball, or we was this, that, and third. Just know that you know, this is gonna be a 2-part thing. We bringing on we finna bring on V tomorrow.
Valencia Gunda.
You know,
Queen of Miami right now.
Queen V.
She put a lot of politicians to shame, all the work she did.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what but see, I want to bring up something that I never really randomly address, right? V is everybody who knows, V will tell you I'm her best friend, right? And we've only known each other like 3 years, and literally she's been best friends since day one. She's to me,
Wow.
And it wasn't until Jada Page passed that I had to step up and be that best friend to her. You know what I mean? So
that's deep.
Because, and I didn't know what, and I said this before to her, I said, I didn't know what real friendship was until I had to stand in that paint. Like, V stands in the paint for everybody. And you know what I mean? And it don't matter who it is. If you, her people, she gonna stand in the paint, she gonna look out, and she gonna make sure, you know, we get in the bag, you know? And I got the utmost for the homie. So it's like knowing, like, when you, and I said this earlier this morning, like 2 o'clock this morning, I put up a post about, you know, bruh, let these fucking women lead, bro.
I saw that.
You get what I'm saying? I'm like, Betty Shabazz and Coretta Scott King, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were still there. They still, like, Malcolm and Martin, everybody talk about how Malcolm and Martin died and the shit was dead. Like, no. Shabazz and Coretta had to tell us stories on the back end of what the fuck had to go on.
They did a lot of work.
You know what I'm saying? They had to teach other women how to nurture and keep us, you know, keep us sane. You feel me? Everybody talk about my girl like y'all look like y'all total opposites. I'm like, man, but my girl, she had snapped back on my ass so quick. You feel me? But she stood in that paint. You know what I mean? And like, that's why I tell people all the time, like, you gotta have that. You know what I mean? Like, at all times. She don't need and she don't need to be out front doing this work. She need to be in the back making sure that the legacy will never be forgotten. You know what I mean? And you know, that's what we have to respect. You know, and then when you think about all the Panthers, bruh, I don't know, I may be wrong, but most of the Panthers that, you know, that's still alive are women.
Yep, I met one a couple of months ago thanks to Umi.
Elaine,
yeah.
Elaine
oh
Brown.
Gosh.
Elaine
yeah.
Brown.
That was, man, I can't even explain what that was like to meet her and to learn
I
about
still
the Panthers and
I still haven't
respect
met her.
Man, she was so dope. She was in freestyling. She was singing. She was beautiful, just elegant. She was raw. Man, I was like, when I looked at her, and I think some people like seeing, I wouldn't say a transition for me because I've always been this way, but I knew at certain times I couldn't be as vocal, like when I was a reporter or when I was competing for pageants. But I met people like her and people like Audra Birch and Jill Tracy, just women who are like unapologetically themselves, and they are successful and they're doing it on their terms. And when I meet people like that, like, it gave me the permission, even so much more when I saw Elaine, I was like, okay, I could be me. I could still be successful. I could be black. I could be a woman. And to see that was amazing. So you're definitely right. It's women that's leading this movement. And I can't wait to talk to them about what's going on.
Exactly. And we gotta, not to cut you off or anything, but we gotta, like, niggas gotta start saying, bruh, we gonna compromise strategy, but we ain't compromising no principle. That's just an African proverb. You feel me? So that I learned from my OG. So it's like, we'll compromise the strategy. And the strategy is, dog, Cleopatra brought down Rome. Not King Tut, not Ramesses, not none of these niggas y'all want to sit up here and deify. It was Cleopatra. You feel me? Cleopatra brought down Rome, bruh.
Give him some more.
You know what I'm saying? So
what else you posted on that post about Betty Shabazz?
You know, like, it's just so much, and
you said something about Osiris, right?
Yeah, and you know, think about it. So then you go back to that. I say so much, but like, think about it, bro. Osiris' brother. Osiris' brothers set him up. You feel me? Chopped him up in pieces and threw him in the ocean. It was Isis who went and said, she went went to the hills, you know, went all the way searching through everything through the Nile and put all the pieces together and put that boy back together. So.
And if you don't understand who or Munch is talking about,
Egyptian gods, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Isis and Osiris, you know, and you know, even when you talk about Ma'at, where they get the, you know, the 42 laws of Ma'at. Ma'at was the goddess of you know, equality and justice, some other things, but she kept balance. You know what I'm saying? And you know, when you think about Mother Nature, you know, like man does what man does, but Mother Nature always wins.
Always.
You feel me? You know, always.
Mother Nature never lies.
You know, so when you talk about that, you know what I'm saying? We talk about God and you know, we patriarchy, you know, they like to throw these terms around, but let's talk about it not in a white supremacist standpoint, but let's talk about it in the standpoint that you could tell a brother like, bruh, these women been on the front line. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, let them boys do it. Let these women do what the fuck they doing. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I seen this in, it was a movie. I want to say that was Ocean's 11 or something. What was the movie called where it was Common and Alicia Keys?
Ace.
Aces something.
Aces Spade or Wild Aces or something like that. I
Yeah.
think they were assassins, right?
Yeah. They was assassins, you know, smoking aces. That's what it was. So remember when the bail bondsman, he said, "Women are the gateway to humanity." Ever since he said that, I've been like, okay, look, I already know what I got to do. You feel me? Like, and that's literally the truth. Like, the gateway to humanity, because look, man, they nurture women, children in the womb, and they got, you know, and they create life. You know what I'm saying? They nurture humanity. Like, what the fuck is you doing?
Hello, but free game though. All the men listening, you take care of your woman, she always gonna have your back.
Yeah, you feel me?
You stop taking care of her, you lose
Man,
her.
look, my girl don't touch no doors when she around me. Like, no, none of that shit.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, cause I make sure, like, when I was fucked up, like, she was there. When I came out of Jackson Mental Health, we didn't know each other. Like, we was friends, but when we, you know what I'm saying, with Jackson Mental Health, like, when I came out, she was there every day. You feel me? So I tell people all the time, like, look, bruh, like, I ain't got time for all that fuck shit y'all be on. Like, nah, I ain't sliding or nothing. Ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just out of respect. She made a commitment right then and there. And I had to respect that. You feel me? Because she had every right to kind of like clear it, because you ain't really know me like that. You ain't, like, we wasn't even talking. We was in that talking phase where it was like, I come to your crib, you come to my crib, we talk on the phone, we text, but we keep it moving. And then that happened. And I kind of like, and when I called her from Jackson Mental Health and told her, like, look, man, you know, you can, I don't blame you if you clear. You feel me? Because look at where I'm at. Look, you don't want all these problems. You feel me? So she stood in that paint, you know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, KC.
That's so sweet. I love y'all together.
Yeah, you know, I don't that's why
love. I love it.
That's why, you know, y'all fuck with my girl if y'all want to.
But you know, like you said,
we'll put them shit. Like Malcolm said, you can do anything, but don't fuck with the black woman. And I feel like that. You know, I had a shirt on the other day made by Roots Collective, called Hands Off Asada.
Oh, I love that shirt. I remember you had that on. Yeah,
and I live and die by that shit. You know, growing up, my dad was like real verbally abusive. You know what I'm saying? And it's just been, you know, and I talk about this growth period. My old boy hit me up. I wanted to talk to you about that offline, but like, you know, I that's why I think I'm a little bit more clear. You know, my old boy told me when I was 14, I wasn't gonna never be shit, but to get a call a week ago, right before the hurricane. He called me and was like, man, I'm proud of you, dog. Like, you did a lot of shit in the, he's like, somebody called me, don't worry about who called. And they told me, man, you doing a whole hell of a lot of shit in the community, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, man, I'm just proud of you, you know what I'm saying? Like, and for him to say that, that's all I wanted for so long. That was like, that part I felt like, that's why I had to be humble. Cause I felt like I ain't even, you know, for so long, I felt like I was hitting my head against a wall.
You needed that validation.
I needed that validation,
affirmation from him. Like Munch, you like
nigga.
I believe in you.
I'm proud of you. And it was like after that, it was like everything else started to fall in place. Like my homies, my day one niggas, they always had my back. But it's like now it's more like when even after this hurricane thing, they like, man, Munch 10 toes down about this shit here. You know what I mean? Like, and people starting to see it like it's just pure, and I appreciate it. And people are, childhood friends that I went to Norland Middle with reaching out to me, hitting me up on the phone, like Cece, Sierra. She talking about something, man, I'm gonna bring you, I ain't got much, but I'm gonna bring you ice and I'm gonna bring you some water, you know, and she always trying to support. So for me, I was like, yeah, man, you know, anytime I'm in that situation, I'm like, man, damn, dog, like, you know, people, it just let me know, like, we on the right path. I'm doing the right things. It's just like it's gonna come. You know, I
wasn't surprised seeing you out there like that. You know?
Yeah, that's me on a regular. Like, you know, I just but it's stories like grinding through Opalaka. You know what I'm saying? And hearing that this chat it's a mother with two young babies. You know what I'm saying? Not even over 3 years old. You know, and she sent her oldest, which was like probably like 6th grade. I mean, like elementary school, like couldn't be no more than like 8, 9 years old. You know, And he went to go get the whole family water. I made sure, and I say, that's a good job. Keep it up. Wow. You the man of the house. I was like, and she was, I was like, you the man of the house. I ain't say too much, not knowing, whether, man was there or not. But I was like, in this house, you here right now, you the one I see, you the man of the house. That means when they need, you don't never let them go out of need. And it takes for people like myself and other black men to make sure that he's doing the right thing. Like, look, it was water down there. You was able to finesse that. Go do it. You feel me? So it's just been a growing experience. We just left from feeding the homeless down there with Make the Homeless Smile with V.
Yeah, down in Miami.
Down in downtown Miami. We hit 2 locations, and one in downtown Miami off 6th Street and Northeast First Ave. Then we went to Overtown on 13th and First Court.
Okay.
And then then I think she went somewhere over on the back end, the old swamps, somewhere. But
VV on it, man.
Yeah, man. I just want y'all to know that if y'all donate anything to us, understand that most times we already be done came out of the pocket, $200-$300. You know what I mean? And if anything, we make sure that no food gets wasted, no child is left behind, no seniors, no family, period. We try to just make sure everybody good. I sat there,
that money's going where
it's supposed to go.
I don't send so many people to y'all because I got so many inboxes.
Yeah, man, it was crazy.
People asking me they were like, I want to make sure this money go to the right person. They like, I ain't got a lot, but I got a couple of hundred. I got 50, but I want to make sure that this go to the right person. I'm like, do you need to send it to the link that y'all sent me for Make the Homeless Smile? I'm like, send it here, and people was donating to it because the Red Cross,
and that's the whole point. But that's the whole point now, and that's the whole thing I say about let these women lead. Like, if I wanted to be, if I had ego, I had pride, and I felt like, I was hotepping and shit. You know what I mean? Because a lot of niggas say black woman is God, but do you believe it? You feel me?
Do you live it? To me, like,
you know what I'm saying?
Are your actions showing that?
Yeah. So so my thing is like, when V called me, all I said was, hey, I got to make this happen. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You getting in your vibe over here.
I'm sorry. Erykah Badu on the playlist. Munch let me play my music in the background. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but Erykah Badu back in the day is playing right now, so I'm feeling that. But to get back a little bit on topic, for me, to hear you talk about your dad calling you, actually, my dad called me this as well. I mean, I don't talk about him at all. We don't have the best relationship. But to me, Hurricane Irma represented like a renewal or like a reset.
That's what that solar eclipse was supposed to be.
It was like that precursor to that. And I'm like, to me, I was thinking, so anybody, I don't know if anybody listening outside of the state of Florida, when you go through a hurricane of that magnitude, you're gonna be without power. And when you're without power, your ass gonna sit down and think. Literally, it was so hot, all I could do is lay down and think. I couldn't move, I couldn't do nothing. It was so fucking hot.
If they want to know anything about, I was thinking about this last night. If you want to know anything about a hurricane, I'm talking about, how does the hurricane feel when you going through it, or anything about a hurricane, is one book, one black woman that put everybody up on game. And I think we all know who she is, Zora Neale Hurston.
Oh, yeah.
She had a book called Mine Eyes Were Watching God.
Their Eyes Were Watching God.
Their Eyes Were Watching God, right?
I read that book. I love this. All the movie, Zora Neale Hurston. Love her.
So that was the first time that that's where I get my whole thing about, man, y'all got to watch the birds. Y'all got to watch the animals, because she talked about it. And most people think I be bullshitting, but bruh, y'all niggas ain't seen no birds on your power line, ain't see the squirrels fighting. I ain't see no possums. And like any other day, I be outside till like late night, 2-3 in the morning.
You're right,
bruh. You'll see possums and shit running back and forth.
You feel me? Cover.
Look, them motherfuckers went up the road. I don't know where they went, underground or what, but them, like, we ain't see them. Like, you still don't see the squirrels really back because something else when it come. That's how I see it.
Yeah. And we already know something out there brewing. But yeah, for me, it was a time for me to reflect. Definitely going to change up some relationships I have, end some shit, start some shit. Definitely just get more on my grind, building the things that I want to do entrepreneurially and career wise.
Hello news.
Definitely personally. Shout out to my cousin. I had a conversation with him. He came and saw me right before the storm. He was checking in on me at Therius Thede. Shout out to you. We were talking about Hello News, him helping me get that started, investment and everything. But for me, it just put me in a space of like, okay, Renew, you even seen the apartment Munch. I got curtains and shit and it just went and did some stuff like, okay, let me, start anew and fresh. And for me, I mean, I can't say that, my dad calling me meant anything to me. I mean, but that's a whole nother conversation. But definitely me trying to take care of more mental health. So you talking about that. I battle depression, secretly. That ain't, I guess everybody know now. But always,
I mean, that's the whole thing. Like, we all deal with the same issues, but how often do we actually sit there and talk about it? And I'm one of them people, like, my thing is, because my old boy told me that when I was a jit, it was like, I looked at my old girl didn't, like, she was like, nigga, like, this nigga curse me out every day. What the fuck I'ma do? You know what I mean? Like, and you step in the paint for me. So this is a situation you gotta be your own. So we grow up thinking like, bitch, we gotta be hard. And it wasn't until I started, and you hold all that shit in, and I think that's what led me to Jackson Mental Health in 2011, because it was, imagine living in the house with a nigga you don't even trust. You know what I mean? You don't even fuck with like that. Like, and I'm a Leo. Once I don't fuck with you, it's like murder, kill. I'm just gonna be cordial. You know what I mean? I'll walk by you, but it's on sight. You know what I mean? Like, you start up with it, I'ma start up with it. And
damn, we got a lot of parallels on how we grew up.
Yeah, so yeah, that's why a lot of times, and most people with me, they don't know. Like, that's why I say, man, I fight demons on the daily, but the only way I'm able to get past it and get through it because I'm going to go help people. So the good outweigh the bad. You know what I mean?
But you can't forget self-care.
Yeah.
I'm about to start talking to somebody and get a therapist and so much shit. If I told you some shit, it's some real shit happen, I won't even tell you because I know what you'll do. I already know on site. Whatever, if I tell you, but for me, so
you still gonna have to tell me.
I'm not gonna tell you, but
nah, you gonna have to tell me
because I love you and I don't want to lose you. That's why I would never tell you. But
nah, don't do it. I got a way of how I handle business, man.
I don't want to lose you much, and family either.
Lose
like
me? What I did? How you gonna lose me?
I wouldn't tell my brother this, my cousins and stuff.
Oh, I already know. So
yeah, for me, but I'm still carrying it. And the hurricane, like, you're sitting there thinking about so much. Yeah. Like, my sister put up a post. She was like, "Man, the lights just went out. I just thought a million thoughts at once." Like, you literally, your mind is racing because there's no distractions. Like, that's the first time in a long time that I haven't had my phone and my TV and all the shit that distract me there. And I was just able to be there with myself. I feel better though. I feel like a different sense coming after this hurricane, like how I'm gonna move forward. Even all the work and helping people, getting the word out for things, just trying to do my part, donating to people. My last little coins, I ain't got much, but for me, it was a blessing in disguise. For all the discomfort that I felt from having the power outages and shit like that, it still has some good parts to it. So I'm kind of, in a sense, even though Irma still is on site, bitch, when I see you, but it was good to have that time to reflect.
Yeah. So what else we got coming up? Well, I know we gonna do something. It's very important, man. After this hurricane, I think in the darkness, we had this conversation. I talked about this with Chris, who was over here the other night. We talked about the power of darkness. How the power of darkness sheds light on a lot of things, or how there's light in darkness, and duality and balance and these different things. And I think it shed, while we had the power out and we were in this darkness, it shed light on a lot of things. Like, I'm just gonna say it: the government don't give a fuck about you. If you don't vote for them, they give a fuck about their constituents.
Hello.
So let's just say this: I finessed a lot of these goddamn politicians. Okay, because I told them the seniors and the damn kids Okay. They didn't. All y'all in the middle, they don't give a fuck about. They give a fuck about seniors. Cause soon as that Hollywood shit popped off, and them people died in the nursing home, every last one of the county commissioners got up off their ass. I'm not saying that they wasn't doing nothing before, but you know,
put a little fire under
you know what I'm saying? They put a little fire. Cause Keon was already feeding. That's what we did. Both us. Like shout out to Kiara.
Kiara Garland.
Keon, I didn't need, and that's another thing. It's just open lines of communications. You feel me? Like. Everybody could help everybody somewhere. And it became, I think this whole time, everybody dropped their egos. They dropped their fucking organizations. All that title, pomp and circumstance bullshit. Everybody kind of like dropped that and said, okay, look, this is the person that's supposed to be held responsible. I seen guys like, I call guys like Roy Hardiman, Cynthia Stafford. I seen people like Oscar Brannon, who was in the EOC beforehand, you know, making sure that, hey, if something happened in Miami Gardens and them, you know, if it's a down tree, hey, these are, you know, making notes of, hey, I gotta fight for my community, and that's what you need. You need people to stand in the paint.
Hello.
It was guys like Steve Gallen. I made one fucking phone call to the Gallen, and I reached out, and this taught me a lot too, because a lot of them, they cool with me, they like me, but I never reach out. You know, I'm not one of them people who gonna sit up there and call and like, I know you, but I ain't gonna be like, oh, I know Gallon and play up under a nigga. Like, I ain't with it. So, but this was one of them times, like, you a public fucking servant, and I thought I'm not doing nothing else that a paid public servant should do. You feel me?
Hello.
So when that happened, I was like, let me call Steve Gallen, because I know he wanted to jump into action from day one. And Steve called me. Literally, he came out to Opelika, like literally hit me on the phone, said, man, I'm in Opelika. He said, man, you know them streets over there, you know that, because they got names on the streets. We don't got the number grid. So that shit kind of confusing. Shahrazad, Ahmad, all these. So I couldn't. So for me, I was sitting there saying, you know, telling him like, bruh, right across from Jackson's on the left, just come that way. Landmark, who's doing shit like that. And literally, I tell you no lie, like 15 minutes later, here it is, Steve Gallen pops up, you know what I mean, with a shirt that say, let go. You know what I mean?
And the story of OJ on his hat.
And the story of OJ on the hat. It took, and that all came from the day before when I reached out to guys like Matt Pygott and said, hey, he's a commissioner in Opelika. This is a guy that I know is for the people and gives a fuck. You know what I'm saying? How can I get, you know, how can I assist what he's doing? Yeah. You know, so we started out with the Community Emergency Operations Center.
And shout out to Chris. So Chris
hold on.
At the OLCDC.
So I'm gonna explain that whole thing, right? So we basically what happened. We had set locations that we were already gonna target. We felt was gonna be the most targeted areas that we could take care of, because we really focus on Liberty City, Overtown, Little Haiti, and I think Little Havana was like the 4 main spots that they were really trying to tackle. And there was somewhere else. Because I know Opelika wasn't originally in that mix. And I said, hold on, man. More than half Opelika, like when I made that post about who's still, you know, without power and lights, majority of those people was from Miami Gardens or Opelika. So I said, man, I got to do something. That's when I reached out to Matt.
Oh, yeah. I remember you hit me.
You know what I'm saying? I hit you. I hit Chris, you know, to hit Chris. I hit, you know what I'm saying, my boy Zabo that I've known forever. And you know, Art Club, the whole nine, and I say I'm gonna put a team together. And when I put the team together with them boys, and I tried to explain it the night before, and then we went out, and then ever since then we started sending. Once we had it actually everything set up, it started to run fluid. You feel me? So we started to send more resources. You know, the CDC, shout out to Willie Logan. He was putting out a lot, fronting a lot of shit too. You know, to make it happen. But they just needed the volunteers and the resources. And I think we did this one time, and it went. This was our trial period.
Yeah.
You know, just like Zello they wanted to make, you know, do a beta app, and I think nobody used Zello once they figured out that you had V and Munch down here. And we'll direct it, you know. So we were literally putting teams together as we were going.
Yeah.
And then people were reaching out and saying, I got this, I got that. Hey, we got a central hub. Drop it off at the central hub and then go and then disperse it to these different areas. We had like 6 or 7, satellite locations. We had 8 satellite locations just between Miami-Dade and Broward County.
Called me today. The girl, Walisha, who came over for my little get together on Thursday, she was trying to link with y'all today. But for me, I definitely don't want to end the show without shouting out those elected officials, at least the ones I know off the dome. It's dozens of you, but especially in the black communities. Oliver Gilbert. Gilbert was hitting the ground before. He talked to me before Irma. We talked during. I haven't really spoke to him that much because he's moving so much. But you go on his page, and he's moving. Yeah. Gallon, Chevron Jones,
and he had some other family.
Oh yeah, his granddad passed away. He's still working.
In the midst of it. His granddad passed away, and I reached out to him. I felt so bad when I called him and he didn't answer, and I said, you know what? And I sent him a text, and I was going send him the thing over Facebook because he been at me and everything. And once it came, somebody came and told me, was like. And I was like, I knew it was the reason why I didn't need to post. And but OG is always supportive. I fucks with OG heavy. I got a lot of respect for him. And he was proactive, and that's what you want to see from your commissioners and your mayor, your representative people, your elected officials who represent you. They were very proactive. And if you didn't see them day 1 after on the ground or day 2 after, by day 3. They were holding they feet to the fire. They were holding everybody who was like FPNL, like Miami Gardens had 68% of Miami Gardens without power. But when Mayor Gilbert was sending reports, and he said, I think it was like day 4. So still at 68%. So he said, man, look, this is what we gonna do. And he was proactive in making sure, what is the process? How do we get this, done? And then he had ice distributions. He had food distributions. He had hot meals. He got all the churches together. He did, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't, so when an elected official like Mayor Oliver Gilbert, he go and he say, I like to say he not a puppet. Because he always say, man, I'm the mayor of Miami Gardens. I'm not one man. I represent 110,000.
And that's why we fuck with him.
And that's why you fuck with him.
He got your back.
He's gonna make things happen that he can make happen. The same thing with Hardeman. They use funds. They use funds in their budget to pay local businesses like Chef Creole. And others.
House the Mac. I don't know. I think they kind of did some philanthropy.
They did. I think they gave they gave it away.
Larry Dog was out there.
Larry Dog,
Miami from VH1 reality show.
DJ Fly Guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So they were all down there with Keon. I heard Uncle Luke did some stuff.
Shout out my boy Luke. Eureka. Basically, it was at Hadley Park, and if you know anything, man, it felt good. And I'll say this. It felt good to be back home because I fought hard. I mean, I cursed out elected officials and told them. I sent them threats.
What?
Because y'all don't understand the effect of Sam Johnson on Liberty City. Specifically Liberty City Optimists. Right now Luke get all the praise for Liberty City Optimists, but anybody who was there when Liberty City was in his prime, and what it was all about, it was about Coach Sam Johnson. This man passed, he gave so much of himself, and that woke me up. He gave so much of himself that he didn't even have, they didn't even have enough to make sure he was straight when his family was straight thereafter, because he gave so much of himself. He didn't have life insurance on himself, but he had life insurance on the fam, and stuff like that. So he took care of the whole community, and we fought for his name to be on that building. And for me to, I'm kind of getting emotional with it, but for me to actually go back, because when I was sitting there depressed, as a senior, not playing linebacker, playing high school football, and the football was life. And Coach Sam, when signing day came, I came to the park, or we had just played Northwestern and we lost. That was the year that they won state with Antoine Eastland, D, and the rest of them, right?
Oh yeah.
07. So I came out. A lot of people who was real close to me knew I didn't have no school to go to, and I was like, one of the top linebackers. All day, the whole nine.
We both all day.
Yeah,
Who knew that? I was all day too.
So it was kind of rough. I took Sam Def kind of rough, but he told me straight up that day. He said, bro, he said, your life don't end here. You're bigger than football. And he said, it's going to take some time for you to realize that, but you bigger than football. We all counting on you. And I took that with me. Even though I wasn't successful, I was content with knowing that Sam told me a long time ago, this don't stop here.
Oh, he would be so proud. I know.
You know what I mean?
I know he looking down like, oh man.
Yeah. So
that's what I was telling him.
To come back, Eureka was there. Eureka was like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Like they was like, we know who you is, Negro. And Eureka to be like, yeah, come back. We want you over here. I say, this home. I love Liberty City Optimists. Devontae, Duke, CJ, shit. I can name names of cats that played ball on that park. And we done made it. You know what I'm saying? Them boys in the league. Devontae Freeman, the highest paid running back right now.
For real?
From the Poker Bean. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't know that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that boy came from the bottom. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
He came from the bottom. And for me to know him when he was a youngin', he was such a humble dude. I'm proud of Devontae. I can't even express how happy I get. I only watch football because my homeboys is there and they made it. Mm-hmm. So, to be back home and see Samuel K. Johnson on that building, because he fought for those buildings. That's all he wanted was a gym for the kids inside, like an indoor gym.
Wow.
And they gave him an extra building on top of the building that's part of City of Miami at Hadley, which we been supposed to get.
Did he live to see it?
No, he passed way before everything.
Wow.
But you know what? His son Akil, who knew how to run inventory, he up the road. He had to go, man. I was around during them hard times, and it was just too much for Kill. But that was a good day for everybody because Kill was like, everybody know the real. You feel me? Everybody know that Miss Margaret stayed in that office. That's his wife. That was his wife. She stayed in that office. That's why I tell people, when Sam passed, she carried the torch. You know what I'm saying? She the one tried to keep Liberty City alive. She the one brought back everybody and said, I need you here, I need you there. And it became too much for her. You know what I'm saying? But and that's how things evolve and things change. But long as we understand, the Sankofa principle, who was there, we reflect on the good times in the past. And Sam Johnson, like I say, man, this week has just been heavy for me. Yeah. Because I had to go back to blocks and cracks and crevices and neighborhoods that, I used to roam the streets. I used to, really get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? I really used to get.
But now look what you do.
You know what I'm saying? And the cats was saying like, oh shit, that's Munch. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas that see me, playing ball for, when we came up playing ball, they hit me on the phone like, bro, I'm so proud of you, my nigga. Like, wow. It's OGs in the streets. Like, man, whatever you need from me, my nigga, I got you.
Wow.
It's checking in with cats like Zoe Dollars, and he's saying, bro, that's love, or YD, Buck, you know what I'm saying? Full Life Q. I reached out to them before I went to Overtown and said, I'm just checking in. They say, man, that's just love that you gonna check in with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
What else we got over here, man?
Well, I just want to thank City of North Miami. They did a lot, and shout out to their city manager, Larry Springs, for helping me help a high school classmate whose mom was out of power. Mm-hmm. Even though by the time we finished the phone call, her power came on, but he jumped into action. Yeah, I'm sending the police over there. We've been calling FPNL every day.
It's so important.
Good. And
it's so important.
He ain't hesitate. And I made a post about elected officials, and I know people feel like, that's their job. They're supposed to take calls. They're supposed to do it. I'm like, I'm calling this man on a Saturday morning. He got kids. He got a life. And he's stopping what he's doing to make sure that he can help somebody because I told him that they were in need. And like I said, Oliver Gilbert does it. Gallon does it. Chevron does it. Keon does it. Brainen and so many
Tamron
others.
James, up in Dania.
Barbara Sharif, Wayne Weston. All of these people.
Yeah, Wayne Messam. Yeah.
They look like us. Mm-hmm. When I say us, they black. And That's why it's so important to elect people who fight on your behalf. And sometimes y'all want to get upset when they can't do certain things. They're not superhuman. They got families. They got lives. They hurt. They feel like Gilbert lost his
Matthew
granddad.
Pygott.
Yeah.
Gilbert lost his granddad.
He's still fighting for the community.
Matt was on a bike. No sergeant. Hold on. Didn't have Matthew Pygott, Commissioner Opalaka. If y'all gonna tell me that Opalaka is too crooked to save, that's some bullshit. Because I had a public servant, Commissioner Matthew Pygott, on his motherfucking bike. He ain't have no power in his own house, but he was out there on the front line every day making sure that his people, because he understood that it is his duty as a public servant to serve, and everybody who stepped up understood that, and that's what I respect the most.
Showed me, we talked about, is Opalaka too crooked to save? This Hurricane Irma relief effort and helping people in the aftermath, that showed me that it's not. They just need more people. Honestly, I'm gonna put it out there. Chris Davis and Xavier, y'all need to run. Matthew needs support on that dais. He needs people who are like-minded, who are progressive, who not trying to steal from the goddamn people who got their interest in mind. He needs help on the dais. Just
know I ain't going up on that dais no time soon.
I won't either. Somebody said Jamaica Mayor no. I would never run for
somebody.
Office. But
somebody tried to do that.
Chris, Zabo, y'all last need to run. I'm putting it out there. I'll endorse you. Fuck it. We doing it. Y'all that's the only way. That's how you'll see dramatic change.
Let me talk about my homie Zabo, and I hope y'all are willing to go over an hour for a little bit and just listen to us, cause like Zabo, when I put this team together, like Zabo, I done known Zabo since a long time, you know what I mean? Like since we was jits, like at least 8th, 9th grade, you know what I mean?
That was my first time meeting him actually at the feeding.
Oh, okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. So with Zabo, man, Zabo is a teacher at Westview.
Oh, for real?
A history teacher at Westview.
He looks so young.
Yeah, he been there, 19. And he been there 4 or 5 years already.
What?
That's the homie. When people want to know where I get all this shit from, I get it from Zabo. Like G shit. I get it from Zabo. Zabo is a very balanced. He's not abrasive like me. I'm just one-sided. What you see is what you get. Zabo is different. He's a little bit more diplomatic than me.
Yeah, he's very cool, calm demeanor.
Yeah. So when that whole thing popped off or whatever, like I said, Zabo said to me, he said, man, bro, he started to reach out to all his students. And his parents that are, you know what I'm saying?
Which school he teach at?
Westview.
Oh, so it's in
K through 8.
It's not too far from there.
Yeah, so that boy in Opalaka, he born, like his family born and raised in Opalaka. He went to Westview Middle.
He got shot.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry.
Look at you. But yeah, he
Ross reference. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man. I even reached out to Ross, and it was like some Twitter shit though.
Oh, shout out to Flo Rida who did. He was giving out water today at Betty T.
Yeah, like.
And his birthday party today too. Happy birthday.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, if I reach out to a celebrity like Ross and them, it's like I know it ain't they damn job, but what you gonna do? What?
You got a couple of extra.
Yeah, you got a couple of like, and I didn't reach out like with the thoughts like, oh, I'm gonna get a response. Like, nah, I know I ain't gonna get a response.
But you still put it out.
But it's just I still put it out there so a cat know like it is some sensible fucking people that understand it's not your job. Like I shouldn't be looking you to do it. I should be self-made, have my own bag. But when you say I can't forget by little Brandem. Mm-hmm. You feel me? I'ma hold you accountable. You know what I'm saying? In a loving way, not in a way like, man, oh fuck you, Ross, because you ain't doing shit. He ain't supposed to. Yeah. Your official's supposed to. But hey, Ross, you own Wingstop.
Yeah, you're a little bit more fortunate.
You know what I'm saying? You own more
blessed, but he has a little bit more money. Average.
You got franchises. You franchise. You own a couple franchises, and Wingstop happens to be one of them. I know y'all got refrigerated trucks.
Did he do any relief efforts? I don't know.
But he made. I mean, shit.
Y'all let us know if he did, because I
don't want to. But I think my thing is, you never know. They probably seen the link and probably dropped some money in there and we didn't know.
Or maybe his sister or
cousin came out there and was coming out there.
You never know.
Supporting it and buying, and she probably bought a whole bunch of water or something. You never know.
And sometimes people like that, they want to be secretive. They don't want to shine.
Shine, exactly.
So it could be something like that.
Zoe told me straight up, Zoe Dollars, when I reached out to him on Twitter, he say, hey, it's dope. I'm out of town though, but I'm gonna send some folk, you know what I'm saying, down there. You know, and I ended up it was the only reason he didn't is because I didn't follow up with him because there was so much going on. Mm-hmm. But, you know, it's just have that open communication, you feel me? I think is what was most important.
But what we learned from this is like to be prepared. So next, time we get another threat, let's hit up these people ahead of time. Look, Zoe, I don't know where you're going to be at, but if Irma hits and something happens, or Ross, can you make arrangement that any food from the Wingstops that may go bad, or put something to the side for the community to give food away, or hit up whatever business, hey, can y'all patch up and just have this on reserve just in case we need it? Like, we know now that this is the model that we need to have. And hey, anybody who may want to volunteer, this is how we're going to communicate after the fact. Like, now we know the process and we know what we need to set up the plan ahead of time. Yeah. And that's why you don't take photo ops with fuck niggas.
Yeah, I don't photo op with fuck niggas. Like, people don't take. I want y'all to know that a lot of times when I say shit on Facebook, it's really not directed or pointed at nobody.
A lot of mine be directed and pointed at people.
My thing is a random thought. I'm a deep ass thinker. I'm a very analytical ass person. So I think about, like, it may be a situation and it's not so much that had prior happened, but I'm not trying to talk about it in a negative way. I'm trying to really reflect on it, like what just happened. So I'll throw out a random thought that may come from a thread from somebody comments. And then people be like, oh, well, he just gonna make a post about it now. And be like, no, I'm just like reflecting on it, really. Because that's what social media is.
But Munch, and when I saw it, I knew what you was talking about. But for somebody to see that you out here in the streets, you doing this Hurricane Irma aftermath, cleaning up, rebuilding, and they like, oh, he must have ran across somebody that tried to take a picture with him, and he was like, nah. So now you put post up. No. That's how it could have came across. So I think that's exactly was like, oh, who? It was like a little bit of drama, like, oh, who the fuck Munch talking about? Because
the thing, and I think it was the two words that I said.
Fuck nigga.
Fuck nigga. Because in Miami, everybody know if fuck niggas. Fuck niggas was like, that's that word that is on site, nigga. Like
it is. You say
you know what I'm
shit,
saying?
That's the last tier of insulting and curse words.
Curse words like after you say fuck nigga, you just might as well throw up your set, pull up your pants, throw up your set. Don't take off your shirt though, because the nigga gonna bust you in your ass.
Vision that, like,
you know,
throw up your set.
Yeah,
fuck nigga, like
yeah. Exactly. You supposed to pull up your pants, throw up your set, then call a nigga a fuck nigga.
Cause you ready.
It's on site at that point. Don't take off your shirt. Nah. You don't take off your shirt. Your shirt better already be off. You feel me? If not, you just gonna have to fight with that bitch on. I'm telling you now. But if you ready to say fuck nigga, cause there's a certain energy behind fuck nigga too.
I think for girls it's puss ass hoe.
Puss ass hoe.
Yeah.
Like
that's that hierarchy. Like, oh yes, we
yeah.
Fight.
So when it came down to
why you don't take photos with fuck nigga?
But I say that on the regular. I say I don't photo out with everybody, or I don't rock with everybody, and I be trying to be nice when I say it, but. That was just one of them random ass thoughts. Like, everybody out here taking pictures. You got a few people, a few politicians that were just out here for the photo opportunities and shit. And anybody y'all see me ever taking a picture with, understand that shit's genuine as fuck.
I heard that some of these elected officials that we named, because they were doing so much and others weren't, they were scrambling and telling their staffers, find me something to do. I ain't gonna tell y'all who said it, but yeah, because
I can believe it.
The elected officials who care that we mentioned, they was going so hard that the ones who weren't doing shit, they like, oh, now I gotta find something to do.
Shout out to Rodney Harris.
Oh yeah, Jacory daddy.
We go. We got a history too. You know what I'm saying? So him and my old boy go back. Like
Miami Gardens Council, they did a good job.
Very proactive. But that starts with leadership again. Like
Hollywood, I think what's
Mayor Gilbert.
He did something good up there, up in Broward County. I was so impressed with the black elected officials.
Shout out to Black Broward. I'm not going, you know, not, y'all know my people on the ground. Like, don't ever think that, all like mines, man, we really a organization. We really believe in unite, progress, and growing. And we really, Black Broward for us is way more progressive.
They was doing a thing,
you know,
in Broward
for Manny, Tone C, like we
Anthony.
got the whole, you know, Anthony. They had a whole group ready to go, and they put that group together on Zello, and they were like back and forth. Yeah,
maybe we can make it a 3-part series because I want to know what was going on in
Broward too. Yeah,
so
yeah.
We have V on. We could have somebody from Broward County let us know what their needs were and how they got stuff done.
Exactly, and then we'll do it that way. I think we could probably do that.
Yeah.
You know, it depends on what the schedule is tomorrow, but
well, we got V, so we gonna rock with her and figure it out.
Yeah, we gonna figure it out.
So you got lights, right?
Yeah, I got lights. You got
got lights because we wouldn't be able to do this shit right now.
I mean, we would have still been able to do it. I need is
battery power.
Oh yeah, we on battery power. You tripping?
I gotta have another get together. That was fun.
That was fun.
And you missed the first one.
I did,
but
I think the first one was way more fun.
I don't know. Yeah, it was a little bit more drunker. But if y'all don't know, I have little get-togethers at my house. They invite only, so you get a text from me, random. That just know that I fuck with you and I want you in my space. But Munch, it's been good.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we made it through Irma. Fuck Irma, we survived. We rebuilding. 1 Miami, 1 Florida. We strong. We good down here. And we gonna keep building and
shout
praying
out to
for
the
those
hungry
people.
black man.
Oh yeah, shout
Star
out
X.
Yeah,
Star X. He just did an event yesterday in my hood at Divine.
I missed that.
And they did a rolling food something. And he really wanted to, you know, let us eat and dine, and all it was about, like, let's not let's eat with dignity. Let's provide, like, he wanted to do something that still restored the dignity in these people. And he's big on that. And
he is.
It's always, you know, and I respect. I may not like what you say to me, but I take it because you've been somewhere that I haven't gotten yet, and I feel like I gotta say that because people think that because I do shit a certain way. I just understand that you can't say it. But I'm in a position where I can say it, and when I'm in that position where I can't say it, that's when y'all telling me, "Hey, bruh, you leveling up right now." And I understand that people feel like I'm leveling up right now.
The phone calls.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I get those
like
phone calls
when I said I don't photo op with fuck niggas, bruh.
Nigga, when I
so many people
Channel 10. We forgot to talk about that. That was right before Irma. But yeah, I got my phone call too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He just was like. He was like, yo, bruh, like, you gotta chill. You know, you gotta realize, like, and a lot of homies, like, even my big homies, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't call their names because these real niggas in the street, you feel me? And I don't need y'all knowing all my business. But, you know, like, and it's real because when you know it's real and you know you thorough when you really ain't a street nigga like that, but you got all the street niggas looking out for you, for your best interest. And it's always been that way. You feel me? Always been that way where they just like, I may spaz. They know I'm a very passionate person. I'm not always angry, but I'm real passionate sometimes. And I get animated, you know, and people mistake that for being snappy. But sometimes I just don't have the emotional intelligence for all the fuck shit. So the fuckery. You know, like they saying shout us, but they keep me balanced.
You back like, yo, I see where you going. I don't want you to fuck up before you get there, or you just at the door and they want to slam the shit in your face. Like, get in the door.
Get in the door for us.
All that shit down.
Yeah, and they the ones that's been helping me. Like, Munch, dog. Fuck these niggas around here. Fuck what these niggas think. Do what you got to do. You know, and I just be like, okay, all right. Like, you know, all right, dog. Now I feel like, okay, now I got a little bit of a army, a little bit of set, a little team. Like, I can move this way because now it's cool now. You know, my homeboys say, man, fuck that, bro. You up there with the mayors and politicians and shit, and you doing something. I don't know what the fuck you doing, but you doing something.
You know what? And honestly, like you said, people could call they elected officials themselves, but it's something.
They was literally calling us.
It's something when you, and what I realize is that what me and you do is like we work hard to build these relationships, and it's off of genuine shit. So that's why when you call somebody, it's like, oh, I know, like you said, you don't bother them for shit. You ain't calling them for tickets or, hey, can you do this? Can you do this favor for me? It's like, I'm calling you because I know how you rock and I need some help. I
heard a particular person did call for some, for their business. I actually reached out to them too. But it's a lot of, I'm going to say it like this because fuck it, I ain't going to hold my tongue. But it's a lot of black professionals who don't move unless it's a check involved. And I think that shit need to change.
Oh, well.
So, and that's why when I say bougie and people think that I'm being divisive, shout out to my homegirl, AG Lit. I'm not trying to be divisive. I'm just upset. And the reason why I'm upset,
spade a fucking spade.
you know what I'm saying? And that's my thing. So when you come back in from New York, just know I'm going to pull up on you. We going to have a conversation because I know where you be at.
I know exactly who you talking about.
Exactly.
I'm
talking about. I know you do. I really want to call out the whole goddamn alliance, but I know it wasn't the whole alliance who wasn't, because a lot of them did step up and do it.
Some of them who work with the person.
Yeah.
They 100.
You get what I'm saying? So I know it wasn't everybody, but I'm gonna address it. How I'm gonna address it, cause y'all know I done been in the same restaurants with y'all, cause y'all don't go to Soika no more. You feel me? Y'all do the same thing that me. Y'all do the same thing that me and V.
Irma don't put something in you, nigga. You.
Yeah. Y'all don't put no, because at the end of the day, you know what? When I got Gene Monestein and I call out Gene Monestein, I'm directed to his chief of staff. Now this be my issue. Y'all motherfuckers don't get on my post. And no, this ain't no disrespect to Santra, cause Santra is my homie. You know what I'm saying? I met her a few weeks ago, and that's the homie. You know what I'm saying? I met her after Be Me.
Okay.
When I actually got my Be Me award, around June, and even the network of Be Me, like that has been the most like, is continuing to still help me. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's part of the benefit of
being in that. And it's been helping, because now I know, like, at any given time, if it's something I don't know, it's black men that's around me that's in these powerful positions that could direct me in the right direction. And they really understood, like, oh, Munch ain't dumb, Munch ain't, you know what I'm saying? They looked at me on face value, but then they said, oh, he got sense. You know, and they could, as long as you respect my mind, respect my ground, we on the same wavelength, you know what I'm saying? But if you don't respect me, nigga, I ain't gonna respect you. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it go. But it's like, yeah, man. I'm calling out a lot of. And when I call you out, just know I'm gonna pull up on you. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say face to face. You know what I mean? Because I feel like there's a lot of in-house issues we got to deal with. But
here's the thing, Munch. Having an issue with somebody doesn't mean we can't be disagree. We gotta be disagree. We can't come together. Like, we don't mean we gotta be disagreeable. We can't never work together. It's like, hey, brother, sister, auntie, uncle, whoever it is. Like, I don't like this. I think we can move more effective this way. And I'm gonna call you out on it. But let's move forward. I still love you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So calling, I don't want people, because people think I just. I got that before, like, oh, they think I just call people out just to call them out. No, they did some real shit, and I need to address it.
Yeah, because if I don't address it, if I don't address it, I like to wake up in the morning and be like, fuck the world.
Yeah.
I listen to Tupac every morning, fucking with the wrong nigga. You know what I'm saying? So
I had to grow to that point, because I used to keep a lot of shit in, passive aggressive. That
shit, me too.
Up later, you sick, you annoyed, and you ain't realize why, because you let some shit ride for too long. Yeah, and you held it in.
Yeah, fuck that. You got it. And that's and all I simply did. Gene Monestein. I walked, and this people need to know. And I don't say this shit for those purposes, because I don't really have no whip like that. I'm like Carlos, but I got a bike and I got 2 feet. You know what I'm saying? And at any given time, if my homeboy got my bike, I'm gonna get on these 2 feet and we gonna rock. We gonna roll. So rock and roll. So, like, literally, just to give y'all some perspective, Arcola Park on 17th Avenue. I stay around that area. I literally walked from New Jerusalem church that's on I want to say it's a Baptist church that's on 85th and 7th Avenue. That's where they was doing the ice distribution at. And I walked to a lot of seniors that's in that area, walked to their house and told them, stay in there, chill, I'm gonna bring this shit to you. if they didn't have no younger people on the block, like we was bringing it, and the volunteer staff, it was so much going on. I forget her name, but I know it was Commissioner Jean Monestein's office. Santra had put me in contact with her, gave her my phone number, and she reached out to me, and they literally, just by reaching out, we knew. Zabo told me. Going back to Zabo told me that the Diamonds, he reached out to one of his kids, and the Diamonds, he said, it's so much women and children that without
the Diamonds is what?
It's an apartment complex of projects, is what they say, right on between like I want to say 100 and 103rd, but right behind that gas station on 7th Avenue. Okay. I think it's a Sunico or a Marathon, one of the two.
Oh, over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and it's like 7th Court, 8th Avenue. And he reached out to Zabo reached out to me like, bro, we got to do something. Excuse me. And I was like, hell yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's do it. Let's get some ice. Let's get everything over there. And we were doing what we could. Like, in addition to doing our CEOC like thing and making sure the volunteers had what they had, it was like, all right, we didn't set up everything. Like, let's make sure we cover ground, at this point.
Yeah.
I know that the area directly across from us, we weren't able to service, but not to say they weren't our priority, but we couldn't get everybody. Everybody got to step up.
Yeah.
But we knew I stay in the city. I wasn't able to get to my people until yesterday. The last 2 days, like the last past 2-3 days, I've been like, man, I gotta be on my block. It's still people on my block without power. Shit, y'all got me fucked up. I got elderly folk on my block that ain't had no ice.
Sometimes you gotta reflect like, oh shit, did I take care of home?
Did I take care of home? You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, fuck that. Let me sit down. Let me, And that's what that was about. But yeah, man, it's been good, man. We're gonna, check in with us a day. Mm-hmm. We coming back. We gonna do some back-to-back shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
We owe y'all.
We owe y'all. So we missed 2 weeks. So we gonna do some back-to-back shit, and it's time to get to work.
Yes.
These budget meetings coming up. Stay tuned to the.
That. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Break that down.
We gonna break all this shit down, piece by piece, and we coming to get the fucking check. The mayor.
I want equity as
we want equity. Said. We want equity.
Nootropic, shout out to them and their coverage. We need to support them, y'all.
We want equity. All right.
Equity.
We don't want fucking equality. Equality meant integration, which meant even though I got a black business on my side, I just want to sit at this white man's table. Fuck that. I want equity. I got my own shit. If you don't fuck with me, hey, y'all come over here where we appreciate it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And we know that our people got us. Mm-hmm. You feel me? All the way around. Y'all niggas handle y'all business how y'all handle y'all fuck with who y'all fuck with. We fuck with who we fuck with. Equity. Ain't no real division. Yeah. It's just that all these bullshit terms like solidarity and intersectionality, like it's some bullshit. You feel me? And everybody's trying to scream that, but I know a lot of folk ain't show up till day 2, day 3, day 4. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And the only reason they showed up because they shit was back on.
I'm one of them. I'm sorry.
I was one of them people who got out here day 1 when my shit wasn't.
I couldn't help nobody if I couldn't be.
And my girl said that too. You know what I'm saying? I understand it. I'm not like one of the people saying nah. It's just like. It's like when it was time for people to come out and do, like, I don't fault you for coming out day 4. My thing is, but you was still proactive. When I called you and said, hey, I need you to do some media shit on the back end while I'm doing this and the third, you step right up from where you was. Sometimes it's just about, it's like I tell people, man, like, everybody can't do the same thing at the same time.
That's true. Everybody got to roll.
You know what I'm saying? It's times like like literally, and that's the thing about V know that I told her I'm an Indian today. I don't give a fuck. You the chief. When V gave me the power, she gave me, I'm the chief in the street. She gave me all the power there. That's why I say you got to let these women lead. Mm-hmm. When they, man, like, I'm going to let her come here tomorrow, man, but she was getting so much pushback. These people don't give a fuck about us. And, yeah.
But we're going to make them give a fuck and we're going to get our equity. Yeah. I mean, if it's $50,000 for white businesses, that means we need $50,000 for black businesses or whatever that number is. That's all equity means to me. It's like, if they got it, I want it too. Don't despair me.
Trapping ain't dead.
It ain't dead. And on that note, Munch, how can people find you?
Got a few situations. But one thing I want everybody to do,
situation.
this conch salad is fire. Shout out to Dope Chef. Been the homie for a long time, but
Hey, Dope Chef.
All Like Minds. I want y'all to really buy into All Like Minds.
On which platforms?
So I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram. All Like Minds, right? Mm-hmm. And then I have a All Like Minds media page, which is our black media company, media that we're building, black media network that we're building, to really get information out so that, the next time we have a situation like this, y'all know that all the information comes through All Like Minds media. And yes, we gonna pull up. Mm-hmm. I just had a situation in the Beans yesterday, and you know what I mean? I pulled up and they got power like an hour right before. If you want to follow my personal page, follow it while you can. I do accept friend requests, long as you ain't on no fuck shit. Like, I'm not saying like if I feel like you a spam page because we ain't got no mutual friends and none of that. Like, I may not add you, but just reach out to me and be like, yo, I just want to get involved or something. Like, send me a thing through Messenger first.
I'm gonna tell people to do that too.
Yeah,
I don't be knowing who.
Yeah, and it's James Munch and Janéy on that's Mungin. So Mun like mundane, Jan like gin and juice, and the second like Roman numeral, MAKAVELLI_MUNCH. That's Machiavelli _Munch on what it is, Instagram, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I don't do Snapchat. What Janéy's Snapchat queen. What's up? Tell them all your shit. She over there about to slap me, and I done fed her. She still trying to slap a nigga. She like, you ain't gonna bring me in.
Oh, well, I felt today. That's not what I was thinking though. But
I
felt the energy that you was gonna bring me in and ask me.
I did.
What my shit is.
I
You
did.
Good,
you see, I didn't roll my eye today. I didn't go like this.
You didn't. Y'all could catch me on all social media outlets. My personal pages is Janéy Tate. That's JANEYTATE. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter that way. And you can follow my blog page. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat is High Low News. That's HYLONEWS. And like Munch said, if y'all listening to the show or you connect with me socially, and it's because of this, just send me a message so I can accept you. Because even for me, my threshold, you got to have at least like 60 to 70 mutual friends in order for me to accept you. But if we connecting off of this, I'm definitely accept you then. But let me know. And it's been real. I hope hope you have a good week, Munch.
Yeah, man. I think I'm gonna have an excellent week.
Yeah, I'm hoping for that too.
Yeah, man. Stay tuned. Peace in the Hood. Location to be announced. This Thursday, September 21st, 7 p.m. We're going to talk about the real issues. We're going to identify these problems that, in these budgets, whether it be specifically the Miami-Dade County budget, the public school budget, and the city of Miami's budget. In the next couple of weeks when these budget hearings and things is coming up, in the meantime, we're going to ask a lot of these public servants to come forward, these elected officials to come forward and speak on these issues and tell the people what are things that are in the budget that they need to be concerned with, and how do we actually build community from their end, and how we can be of help and service to them as well as them being a service to us.
Love it. Well, take us out.
What the fuck I'm gonna say?
I am a sinner who's probably gonna sin again. Lord, forgive me. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, I didn't know you had all that. Oh shit.
No, I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm going. Bye.
Nah, dog. Damn. My dog trying to put on.
Good night.
She trying to. Damn, boy. You trying to be a rapper? A R&B singer in your next life?
I know, and a comedian. I was telling Hurricane Irma jokes. Stand-up.
I heard.
That's my thing I like to do on the side.
All right, man. We'll peace out, man. We'll see y'all later,
Bye,
man.
y'all. Love y'all.